Guys, Languagehacker here, and today they finally announced the new expansion. The new expansion is, let's just hop right to it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Announcing Voyage to the Sunken City, Hearthstone's next expansion. Cool stuff. I'm going to talk to you guys about the new mechanics, some of the new cards that are being shown, and basically tell you as much as I can about what's coming out. I don't know that much. I just learned about it like 10 minutes ago, but what I've seen so far looks kind of cool. First of all, here's the new... Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. Here's the new map. Looks pretty cool. We got some sunken treasure, Murloc statue. Anyways, the whole expansion is like underwater, submerged type themed with the Nagas and I think Murlocs as well, and something called Colossal minions. So let's go in and see what that's going to be about. It's going to launch on April 12th. For you guys who didn't know the dates. All right, let's hop right in and talk about it. New minion type, Naga. Destroyed by their thirst for power and cursed for all eternity, the Vengeful Naga are a new minion type coming with this expansion and becoming a permanent addition to Hearthstone. Cool. The Naga are a spell-focused minion type that tend to give bonuses for playing spells while the Naga are in your hand. And here's an example. This is a 2-mana 2/3 Spell Coiler. It's a mage minion. It's a Naga. Battlecry. If you've cast a spell while holding this, similar to like the dragon holding mechanic, discover spell. This is really cool. For example, if you are on the coin, you can coin this out. The coin triggers the effect, which means that the battle cry will let you discover spell. Coin, 2-mana 2/3, discover spell. Cool. And I imagine this is going to be very similar to some other cards. Maybe they're not all discovers, but it'll be an effect similar to that. Another card that works similarly, but in kind of a different fashion, is Serpent Wig. 1-mana spell. This is a pre-spell. Give a minion +1/+1. If you played a Naga while holding this in your hand, add a Serpent Wig to your hand. So if you played a Naga, you get another copy of this in your hand, so you can keep getting extra Serpent Wigs as you play Nagas while each fresh Serpent Wig gets added back to your hand. It's kind of cool. The effect is nice. We'll have to see what kind of effects exist, but like this by itself just seems powerful, right? 2-mana 2/3 already kind of good if you just need to play for curve, and then discovering a spell in mage is quite good. I mean, discovering a spell in general is good. Serpent Wig seems interesting. I'm not sure how to feel about this. There might be some sort of buff priest coming around. All right, Colossal. New keyword. The ocean floor is home to many massive monsters, unlike anything you've seen before. These giant creatures are too big to fit on one card. These giant creatures are too big to fit on one card. Minions with the Colossal keyword come with extra appendages that synergize with their main body in powerful ways. These appendages are summoned with the main body, even if the Colossal minion wasn't played from hand. So anyway you summon these minions, their appendages will also come with you. As you can see, they're kind of spread out over multiple, I guess, card art. So you can see that it's meant to kind of be together, and I imagine that's how they pop up on the board. Let's look at Kolak. 7-mana 6/5 Druid Beast. It's Colossal +1, and I think the +1 it describes how many extra things pop up when you summon it. So here it's just one extra summon. You get Kolak's Shell. Immune while you control the shell, and the shell is a 5-mana 0/8 taunt with a death rattle gaining 8 armor. Kind of cool. This one in particular, I'm not sure how to feel about. I imagine you can ramp drop this. You know, some people start hitting the shell, and you have this in the meantime. The stat wise here doesn't seem great. It's just the fact that there's a body with it makes it a bit harder to evaluate, which is kind of cool. And I guess there's going to be like Colossal stuff for maybe every class, maybe some neutral ones too. All right, next up, Dredge. Don't you hate it when the one card you need is at the very bottom of your deck? Not anymore. Dredge is a new keyword that lets you look at the bottom 3 cards of your deck and pick one to bubble up to the top of your deck. I like the words they're using here, very thematic. You can combine these Dredge cards with new Asharan cards that send a powerful Sunken card to the bottom of your deck. Whether it's Sunken Treasures, your cool new legendary, or a well-timed damage spell, Dredge can help you get just what you need. So let's talk about the Sunken thing they're talking about. So Sunken isn't actually a keyword, but it's a mechanic. So there are going to be cards that sync and put cards to the bottom of your deck as if they're syncing through your deck. An example is Ambassador Phelan here. 4-mana 4/5. Put 3 Colossal minions on the bottom of your deck. And what Dredge does is you look at the bottom 3 cards. In this case, they would all be Colossals. You would look at the bottom 3 cards, choose one, and then that one gets put onto the top of your deck. So it lets you kind of tailor what your next draw is going to look like. And on a very simple body, 2-mana 2/3, Pirate, Battlecry, Dredge. Look at the bottom 3, put one on top. Tuskar, Trawler. This is probably going to be pretty good in Pirate Warrior. Being able to curate your draws, you have a good turn 2 play. Questline Warrior, I imagine, will still exist once the expansion comes out. This looks kind of cool too. Yeti is not super exciting stat-wise, but again, if you're running some Dredge stuff, this gives you a lot of value. And if we're talking about, you know, board-centric stuff, you might actually be able to play value cards like this. So that's kind of cool. Here's another example of a Sunken card. So Asharan Sweeper is a 3/3/4 mage mech. Mage coming back. Battlecry, put a Sunken Sweeper, which is this, on the bottom of your deck. Sunken Sweeper, 3/3/4, add 3, Battlecry, add 3 random mechs to your hand. So this can also be kind of like a value card. It looks like the Sunken cards generally have some more value attached to them because you're putting them to the bottom. So you need to do more work to get them back into your hand. You either have to draw all the way to the end of your deck, or you have to use a Dredge mechanic to do that. So because of that, they seem to be a bit more powerful. In this case, it adds value. This case also adds value as well. Maybe we see some other cases pop up where it has an impact on board or something. Pre-purchase options look kind of standard. It looks like there's some golden legendaries, some packs, some golden packs. The mage skin looks cool. Is that Queen Ashara? It is Queen Ashara. That's kind of cool. Oh, and log in now and get Blade Master Okani. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, for free. 4 mana 2/6, it's a neutral legendary. Battlecry, secretly choose to counter the next minion or spell your opponent plays while this is live. So I imagine this is a counter spell type effect that also counters the minion if they try to play a minion, which is really interesting. We haven't seen that before in Hearthstone. I think we've seen it in other card games. But the caveat is this has to be alive when that happens. So if you, for example, want to, let's say you're playing against Mizaki Mage and you want to play this and say, you know what? If they play Mizaki, I don't want them to have Mizaki. So I'm going to secretly choose to counter their next minion, not their spell. Now your opponent has to consider, oh, well, if they picked to counter my minion, I can't play Mizaki here because then I probably lose the game. Which means that it doesn't mean that they can't play Mizaki, but it means that they have to remove Okani and kill him so that the counter doesn't happen. So it doesn't actually counter OTK decks. It just forces them to play a little bit differently. Or delays the game a bit, which in some cases can be good enough. I believe the rotation is going to happen on the same date as the expansion, so we're still quite a bit of ways out from that. It's going to be on April the 12th, and we are currently, this video is being recorded on March the 17th. There are patch notes available. I'll post a link to that in the description below, but generally it's Battlegrounds and Mercenary stuff. I think with some duels, either patch fix, bug fixes, or updates. But there's really not a lot of standard stuff. The only standard change is that Blade Master Okani is in. There should be core set changes, but that's not going to be announced for a little bit. It looks like they're going to announce it closer to the reveal date, which is a little unfortunate. I would have liked to see it, you know, teased a bit now, or even having something like the core set changes before the expansion comes could leave a bit of a mix-up, so that we're not waiting for a month. Anyways, that I think is all that is revealed today. I believe if you go around on social media, you'll be able to find maybe some other cards being revealed. I mean, it is reveal season now. I believe there's another Colossal minion that was shown, but it's not shown here in the official release, so you'll have to dig around and find other people revealing cards. The cinematic trailer, also quite a banger. I skipped over it at the start. We're not going to watch it in this video, but it's quite a bop. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah, that's Voyage in the Sunken City, or at least everything I know about it so far. I'll try to get some videos out talking about some new cards as they come out, so keep an eye out for that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and get on the hype train. Hope you guys are excited for this expansion, as excited as I am, and for the core set rotation. That should be fun too. Have a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys next time.